Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
With the Pirates and the Tigers, you've got Angel. Basically, I think that Angel that was talking about Rich Hill on.
It was,
Uh,
yes.
okay, I don't know. Maybe he's on Geritol, more likely here. But Eduardo, man, about as good as they come right now, Mindy.
Right.
Eduardo on fire at this point. I mean, one of the best pitchers in baseball. And the Tigers have been surging a little bit. So good job by the Tigers here. And they looked pretty good. Yesterday, I did give out the under on the show with Tony. So what do you have here with the Pirates and the Tigers?
Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tigers today. That's where I'm going to go ahead and place my wager here. They are 4-0 versus a team with a winning record. And also, they're the ones with the 6-0 interleague record. You have the Pirates now like 11-29, their last 40 interleague road games. I'm going to go ahead and take the Tigers again today. The Pirates, I don't know what's going on with them. Just kind of not been playing very well here as of late.
Yeah, a little bit of bummer because they started so well, and I mentioned it yesterday that they pretty much have almost given it all back.
Yeah, right.
Here at this point,
Just don't hit lefties well. I don't know. I mean, they're having a tough time right now.
Luis is on the Tigers here. I'm showing this Tigers line. Let me see here. I'll check the board here, but boy, it's gone up big time just since the overnights. We're looking at a lot of $70s here right now and higher as the Tigers seem to be taking plenty of action here. It's almost a little bit uncomfortable, actually. I want to agree with you, and I want to take the Tigers with you. We're going to do it.
Okay.
You said money line, though, right?
Yeah, just on the money line.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty high. So, if anybody wants to maybe take it on the run line, I guess it's okay. But this is a game that opened as low as $1.40, and now it's $1.75. I'm even seeing a little bit of $1.80 right there. Here's Angel. He says the Tigers on the run line for 5. I think that's 5 units. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's going big. I like these internet cappers. They've got baseball, plays. There's a couple of plays where you like see the plays of the internet cappers without buying them, I guess. And I've looked at those sometimes, and just to see who people are on and things like that. And they're like, "Oh, I got a 20% bankroll play on the Twins or whoever." I'm like, a 20% bankroll play on a baseball game of all things. I mean, jeez. All right. Tigers first 5 here to Blake. Rocco says, give me the ace with Erod. Tigers minus a run and a half. Hello to Gerardo today. And Takia Jefferson. Good to see Takia Jefferson here today. James Edwards says, Rich Hill's been too good to me. He'll take the Pirates on the money line. Yeah, and funny because Rich Hill is, definitely kind of a break-even pitcher at this point, money-wise, and so is Erod actually. But of the last 4 games, nobody's touching Rodriguez. Probably some of the best numbers in the game right now. Tigers first 5 for Gerardo. You guys are pretty hot on this game. Theo on the Tigers Bionic. Tigers Butterscotch says the under. Right, Matt D. Play of the decade, play of the century. How can you have 2 plays of the century? I think you just do the play of the century and then you're dead. I mean, what else is there? All right. Funny, you guys. Thank you. That's funny to see. You guys don't talk about those, what are they called? Telegrams. All right. I always said when I get on one of those leaked, when they start getting then I'll feel like I've made it. All right. Here we go. We're on the Tigers in that one. All right. How about the Reds here, Mindy, with Ashcraft going up against the Rocks in this one? These are day games now. Austin Gomber here, and I'm showing. Well, I'm not showing anything because of this. Okay, $1.15 here for the Rockies. I'll go to my backup book here. 115 for the Rockies in total is 11 and a half under 15, maybe under 20.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some, folks that are down on Ashcraft, perhaps because he's struggled on the mound a little bit, right?
Yeah.
He's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts here, suddenly. But it's one of these where this Reds team and this Rockies team, they score a lot of points. I think they put up about 17 here again yesterday. I think the Reds have kind of split more of their games. The Rockies have been, I think, a little bit better here as of late. They hit well versus right-handers, but I still see Gomber on the mound, and I really feel like I can never trust him much. 8.38 ERA here at home. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Reds here again today on the money line.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because the Reds against left-handers, but again, I mean, and Gomber's metrics are actually pretty decent as well. So I think that's where a lot of it might be coming into play. Mindy here, I mean, to make the Rockies the slight favorite. I don't know if there's any, true favoritism in this game, but
Right.
I want to take a look here and see because against lefties a little bit of trouble, but I don't know. I kind of still like Ashcraft in this one, and I'm probably going to end up. I'm going to agree with you. I just was waiting to see if the chat had anything to say about it. Maybe they'll be on the rocks here. Let's see. Takia is Rockies. Angels on the Rockies. Okay. And yeah, right. This is where Ashcraft. I mean, he started pretty okay last, and then kind of this is the point where he kind of ran into the wall. Right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, Blake, Reds money line and under. That's the way I'm looking. I think Fernando on the Rockies, and is that a run line here? That's going to be what, at least $2, I would think, Matt. Bionic on the Reds. I'll take him with you, Mindy. It doesn't feel terribly comfortable here with this one, but I don't think I want the Rockies here in this one. They're the ones to me that might have a little bit of trouble in some of the spots against Ashcraft. I mean, you do have. It's funny because you think of being in Colorado, but you still have probably 2 of the bottom 5 offenses in baseball in this game. So we'll see. But I think Ashcraft could hold advantages over the top 2 guys in the Colorado lineup if they come in with McMahon and Profar. Little bit of all right. Oh, a few more comments. Sorry about that. Let me get you guys in here, and then we'll Butterscotch on the under, Gerardo on the Reds. Hello to LA Miles, Burley on the Reds. All right. Mindy and I will take it. We'll take the Reds here today.
All right, we got it.
Chat's definitely split, I think, in this one. Butterscotch though says, yeah, 3. Yeah, that's right. 3 for 3. Wow.
Look at us go.
Well, give us a day apart, and we're going to click. And you're right. Good, interesting point, because actually we have not been, maybe to my chagrin, not been agreeing as much. But here we are with the Twins and the Dodgers. It's May Gray, May Day, Gray May,
okay,
Gray May, May Gray. Twins and Dodgers here in this one. Mindy, I tried to, I was on the spot yesterday with Tony. Didn't come to mind. I was like, what year these 2 teams played in the World Series. I forgot what year it was, and I had to look it up. I'm spot. I always know these. Everybody knows I'm a trivia, but maybe I'm just getting old, maybe too much
Internet
fun,
dependent.
too many brain cells gone from the old days. But it was 1965 when the Twins and the
Okay.
Dodgers played in the World Series. I wasn't born yet, so maybe
No,
cut
I
me
was
off.
gonna say, like, I'm gonna give you a break on that one.
Yeah. I knew it was right in there. I thought it was right in there at 63, 64, but it was 1965, I believe. The Twins and the Dodgers played in the World Series. All right, they could play in this year's World Series, Mindy. No doubt about it. The Twins are looking pretty decent. Not the favorites, obviously, but give them some credit. And the Dodgers, they're absolutely looking great right now.
Yeah, I mean, the
I
way I'm
hope.
gonna look at this one is, I like the Twins in this game. I still am gonna take the Twins here on the run line. I know it's sitting at about minus, 165. It's not my favorite here. But again, for my modeling, that's where, I would like to go here on this one, mostly because I still have Gray here with the better numbers than May, 2.4 ERA on the road compared to May, 3.33. You still have Sonny Gray here, 0 home runs given up on the road. And then also, I'm looking at this Twins bullpen that's been playing better here as of late, 3.65 ERA, 4.22 for the Dodgers. The Dodgers are giving up a lot of home runs here out of that bullpen, 16 so far. So I'm going with the Twins today, but still not feeling, super great about this. Since the Dodgers are playing at home, I'm going to take the Twins on the run line.
Yeah, what is the price on the Twin? Minus $1.60 or so.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's Gerardo, first 5 under, and Butterscotch says LA dominate. Yeah, they were. I believe it was like 11 in a row until yesterday. The Twins get the win yesterday, but also note that they weren't playing every year like we're going to start doing now. James Edwards says Twins for me. Matt D on the over. Here's another Dodgers first 5 from Blake. Angel on the Dodgers. Darren here today. Hello. Angel says, oh, he'll take a money line. He'll take him run line. Verley on the run line. Rodney Barton is here. Hello,
Good
Rodney. Where you
morning.
been? I think we missed you a
He's been
couple
at too many
times.
Orioles games.
Says he likes the Twins again tonight. And some line movement on the Twins. I want to take a peek at that, actually. Because I really actually I felt, Mindy, like to me this was to be the toughest game on the board for me to kind of get the pick going. Twins for Bionic. And Leroy also. Where you been, Leroy? Good to see you. And he says Dodgers first 5 under. All right. Mindy said she'll be on the run line here with the Twinkies. The Dodgers are just playing so good right now. I mean, good job by the Twins yesterday, no doubt about it. And all right, for me, I'll take the Dodgers on the money line, so we're not against each other here.
All
It's
right.
not a challenge, but I think at a show of $1.35 there, it's probably a little higher than that now at a $1.40. And boy, that's the toughest. It's the toughest game for me here. The line's right where I see it, and I didn't really think there was much advantage to the situation. But I do think maybe I don't know. You guys are a little, I know John Gray's been around the block a few times, but the Diamondbacks are going to take on the Athletics here. And Mindy, boy, the Athletics they showed a shot last night of in the stands in the whatever inning it was, the 11th inning or something, and there were 6 people in the stands, and I thought, wow, they're the fans. There the 6 people are cheering away, and the Athletics ended up getting it done
They
here
did.
yesterday for the victory. They came all the way back they trailed 6-3, they trailed 8-4. The Las Vegas Athletics today, but again, coming back here, Arizona big favorite here, and Medina, who only has had 2 starts so far, still a big underdog here. Diamondbacks $1.55, 9.5 under 25.
Yeah, but in Medina's 2 starts thus far, he's given up a ton of home runs. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Diamondbacks here. I feel like they're just clearly the better team in this one. They're the ones playing the quality baseball. Again, Oakland only hitting like 211. D-backs, on the other hand, 422, slugging 22 home runs in 18 games this season. I like Arizona here today.
Okay, Mindy takes the Diamondbacks. I agree with Mindy here. They'll get back on track in this one. I don't know if I trust Nelson necessarily. This is a terrible price, but I'm not going back on the A's to get a winning streak or anything here with Medina. Let's see what you got. Oh, Angel just took a live bet on Joker. They are back underway. Holger Rune, the Dane, took that first set 6-2, and Djokovic was ahead in the second set, and it won the second set. I see now there was rain, so I didn't know when I saw Angel Reyes mention that. I'm like, wait a minute, they're back underway. My stream, I turned it off to get ready for the show, and now I'm not going to be able to see the match. I'll just keep an eye on the score here. 6-4 Joker in the second set, and they're going into the third set right now. So, hey, if you want to tail right there, a play with Angel, you got Djokovic after losing the first set here, going with them here live at minus 260, it sounds like, or so, approximately. All right, here we go.
Okay.
We've got Luis, Diamondbacks run line, butterscotch. Also, Diamondbacks run line here is Takia on the over. And James Edwards says maybe the A's come back and win a second game. Maybe. But I agree what Mindy said. Diamondbacks are playing well. That was a tough for a loss yesterday, but Diamondbacks over here. And Rocco. Oh, okay. He had the total on the tennis match. I think I had that as well. Yes, I did. Not as a play. They don't have the totals here on our site. They used to when we started. Verley on Arizona. Here is Leroy on first 5 under in this one. All right. All right, we're on it, Mindy. Another one for us, the Diamondbacks. Here we go with the Phillies and the Giants. The Giants were a little slow until after the game, I think, last night. Ross Stripling will be in there. Phillies going to be favored here on the road at minus $1.20, and the total here 9.5 under 25.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of, feel like the Phillies here, they kind of have the better bullpen in this one. I think they have a little bit better offense. I think maybe a little bit better starting pitching. It depends. I mean, Walker's had his kind of ups and downs here so far, but I like the Phillies here in this one.
I do too, Mindy Hahne.
All right.
I think the Phillies. Stripling's definitely had a few issues starting off here, so I'm going to take the Phillies with you on the road against the Giants. I lost with them yesterday, not as a premium, but gave them out on a video pick. But I'm going to come back with them today here in this one. How about the chat? Are they doing anything here with this one? We've got Fernando on the Giants. Angels with us on the Phillies. James Edward on the Giants. And I don't forget it, Angel. I like this one better. I think Ross Stripling isn't the same. The butterscotch on Philly here. And Gary's a little behind. He'll catch up to us. All right. We're on it, Mindy. We're on a lot today, which is good. Like I said, we almost had. Look, it was a break even, so call us 6-0-1 in the last 7 days with our team steam picks.
Right.
The winning streak may have been over, but it was only because of a tie. All right, Mindy. Our not a challenge or anything, but our teams
Our
have been
teams
going
are
at it.
challenging each other.
Well, the Royals won one of them now. Granted, this is an absolute mismatch. Even I can admit, as much as I've been bagging on the Padres for the last week or so, all season really, but especially been on them, talking about them on the show, on our show, on Tony's show. I don't know if you saw yesterday. I was really hot yesterday with the way the Padres have been going now. Yesterday, the Royals did a very good job, and I thought they were in a pretty good spot actually. But so it's really tough though a little bit, Mindy, where you're going up against one of your favorite pitchers, and the line is absolutely not there anymore at all. I'm showing it right now, 275.
Yeah, but like you said, the San Diego team isn't winning like a team with a top 5 payroll. They've just been unproductive and it just irritates me, right? I mean, I'm, not as big of a fan as you, but it's irritating seeing this team underperform so much, only hitting 220 in their day games. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. So for me, I'm just going to go under the total in this one. I don't think we have the Royals that are going to be able to hit Darvish much, and a Padres team that's really not hitting the ball here. So I'm going under the total.
All right, I'm going under the total too.
All right.
Why not? Just go with the Midwest Premier Sports handicapper, Mindy Hahne. That's what I'll do. I did note there, Mindy, I did tick it down. I wrote on the screen there 9. We're going to have to grade it, I believe, at 8.5, no matter what. Let me take a look here. Yeah, it's 8.5 everywhere now, and maybe indicative of the way this game maybe is going to go with Darvish. Look, maybe Darvish had a little bit of ups and downs, but if you look at his metrics, I mean, he's done a good job so far. Padres are in a. If they lose this one, this is a real.
If they lose this one, I'm done.
Like I said, look, this total, I'm not kidding the price. I mean, it was as low as 230 on the opener. It's now 275. The Padres have taken, some big time movement here just within the last hour or two. And that line now 275. All right. James Edwards says he's got the Royals on a money line lock. Look, I'm ready to constantly bag on the Padres, but I do think they have it. This is they'd have to really be sleepwalking through this one. And it's a day game; they could have some rest. Now, Manny Machado did not play yesterday. He might not be able to play in this one today. He was hit on the hand with the ball. It's not broken; it's severely bruised. So here's Luis on the Padres. Rodney says he kind of likes the under in the Padres. No, but he typed that in before he just heard us rant.
Right. And then he's like, okay, I like it even better now.
Oh, did he say that? Okay. I do like the under. Here's Bionic on the Royals run line. Takia on the under. And Butterscotch maybe 2.5. It's starting to get to that territory, but I still don't know if I trust it. Believe it or not, I might actually find my way to a Padres, to a Padres RL here as a premium today, and I don't think I've done that all season. Fernando here, Padres run line, there it is, and Gerardo will give a lean here to the under. All right, Mindy, no bet. Padres. If the Royals do win the game, I don't know if I'll do anything crazy, but. I'm not going to hold
tattoo of the KC Royal.
Well, I'm not going to hold you liable if the Padres do win this one because they should.
They should. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll win it by 2, but I mean, they should win. We'll see.
And your Angels here. We're getting into the night games now. The Angels on the road here with Griffin Canning. The Orioles are $1.45. The total is 9 under 20.
Yeah, I mean, these two pitchers have kind of been, struggling. I thought Canning got off to a pretty, hot start, but then suddenly has kind of gotten, rocked over the last, couple of games here. And again, Bradish, he started off really, really slow. And now he's the one that's been kind of, I think, pretty hot here as of late. He had that really nice outing versus Tampa Bay last time, if I believe. And the Angels have just been, I don't know, inconsistent at best. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles today on the money line.
Well, I mean, just to show how our show works, you come on, you're the handicapper of the show. You give your pick, and then I choose whether to agree or pivot to another play. And yes, even though we're on a winning streak, so here's the thing that's a little bit troubling. We haven't agreed on a whole bunch of plays over the last week or so, but the plays that we did agree on, we've been clicking.
Sure.
Today we're on a lot of plays together. I hope it keeps going. I hope it's not that, maybe this was the formula for success, as Tony calls it, over the last week. But I'm going to take the Orioles with you. So we're on a lot of games already, and we're not even halfway through this card. Let's take the Orioles with Bradish today here at $1.45 or so, and see what the chat's up to. I know it's going to be all Baltimore. Bionic on Baltimore, Butterscotch on Baltimore, James Edward Baltimore, Takia Baltimore, Luis Baltimore, Blake Baltimore. And Rodney says, oh, he's got a little something different here. First 5 in, full game, so it's not much different. In fact, it's more. It's Baltimore, and we'll take Baltimore here, the Orioles in this one. And Baltimore is a money bag. Let's see if we can get another one. The Marlins and the Nationals. It's at Miami. Miami here is favored in this one. I went 5-0 yesterday in premiums, actually, Mindy, in the major leagues yesterday. And the Marlins were one of my plays. It wasn't easy. They had to do it at the end of the game there. And they are a bit of an under. No, that's not right. Oh, yeah, $1.20 here. Wow. Interestingly, Mindy, in that, okay, they opened as high as $1.40 or so. So it looks like Washington's taking the action here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I'm going to look, right? I think Gore's been, maybe one of those a little bit up and down. He tends to not be able to go very deep into these games. But I think Cabrera here is the worst pitcher, right? He's the one that likes to put guys on base. Let's just say 7.8 walks per 9 innings. I mean, that's just an absolute, ton. He has a .366 on base percentage here to those opposing batters. And I think the Nationals bullpen here probably saves the day. I'm going to go Nationals here with a little bit of plus money today.
Me too, Mindy. Let's do it. Let's play another one together. We are clicking, whatever that means. We're agreeing today in this one, and I've got the Nationals with Mindy. Yeah, we're not going to get much plus money out of this. It might even be even money, maybe a bucko plus
we were getting some earlier.
Yeah, well, like I said, the move has definitely been to the Nationals here in this one. And we've got Takia on the Nationals, Bionic on the National. I know that's the Nats, not the Hats. Max Newman here today. Hello, Max. How you been? Good to have you. Good to see you again. Hope you've been doing okay. Haven't seen you in a while. Butterscotch says under and money line on Washington. Yeah, I'm not sure on that total. I might be. I'm not sure. All right, James Edwards says take the Marlins again. Yeah, look, I thought it was going to be a loss yesterday, and the Marlins came storming back. They led, they trailed, they led at the finish.
Sweat along with Ramon.
And here is prop there yesterday. And Darren will come back on the Nats today after what happened. I was on the Marlins yesterday, but I'm coming on the Nats today. Mindy and I are coming on the Nats. All 3 National League games we've agreed on. So
Look out.
we've agreed on every game pretty much except the Twins game. Wow. This is big time. All right. Well, this should be a good one. You know, the Blue Jays television broadcasts are always looking for ways the Yankees are cheating, whether it be with sticky
Looking into
substances,
the dugout.
signals. It's cold today. $1.15 on the road, 8, and it looks like under is favored right now. So maybe the total is moving under again here. 8 under 15 right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cole has that 27.5% K rate versus this Blues Jays team lifetime, but gives up yet a .433 on base percentage here. I kind of look for Bassett actually being a little bit maybe of the better pitcher here in this sense with these splits here today. The Yankees are kind of just okay on the road, 9-9 this season. Blue Jays, on the other hand, only lost 5 home games here. And the Blue Jays have faced Cole, an absolute ton of times here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays here today in this one.
I haven't looked at the chat comments yet. I feel like they're going to want to be on Cole. Who wouldn't be at this point? But I'm going to agree with Mindy here, and I'm going to be on the Blue Jays. We're going to take another one in this one. It's marginal. Mindy, if the Blue Jays came $1.15, I might be on the Yankees. That's how close it is. But we make a pick on every game, and at this price, as a small dog, I'm willing to go with the Blue Jays for pretty much some of the reasons that you mentioned. They're a great play at home. Cole, look, he's been awesome, but they haven't won them all with him.
Right.
Let's take a look. And Bassett will get hit, JD says. Butterscotch is on the Yankees. Takia on the under here in this one. Probably, man, it's just, maybe. Luis is on the Yankees here. James, Yankees, and under. Bionic will go with the Jays, though. And Michael Thompson, good morning. He'll take the Yankees on the money line. Yeah, I know it's going to be tough for a lot of, and I don't, it's close for me, but I like the Blue Jays in this one as a small dog at home. So, like I said, if they were favored, it could be.
Yeah.
I might take the Yankees. So, all right. Got another one, Mindy.
All right. This is going to be a good day.
On every game. Wow.
Almost every game.
Mariners and Red Sox in this one. Well, saw some runs scored yesterday between these two teams.
I guess.
And here with Brian Bayo, they're going to be favored now. They're up to $1.25. So maybe the action's coming in here on the Red Sox. 9.5 over 15.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like, Boston of late has kind of had Seattle's number. But I'm just going to go ahead and go Seattle today. I just feel like they're the ones that are going to get this one done with that bullpen. I think this one comes down to those late innings. I feel like both of these pitchers, I think they're going to get through quite a few innings here. I expect both of them get to, 6 or 7 innings here. So if it comes down to that bullpen game, I think the Mariners get it. That's how I'm going to go here today. Taking the Mariners.
I like the Mariners. I like the Mariners in this game. And not, look, whatever reason, Bayo has been okay. He's been decent. He's been all right for sure. And they've won. Boston has won. But Seattle wins with Marco too. I agree, Mindy. I've been impressed with this Seattle bullpen right now. I think it might be the difference maker in this game. So let's take another one. Be on
Okay.
this one here with Seattle and Boston. Wow. Do it.
All
Heck
right.
yeah. Love it. We got plays today, man. We got plays on almost every game. So you guys in the chat say I don't even. Well, I do care very much about you guys. Chat. I don't even care what the chat says. Um, I think we went over the total.
Right.
Here. James Edwards says Bayo as a lock for him, the money line lock here for Boston. Butterscotch on Boston. Luis on the over. Bionic says under in this game, though. Rodney coming with the Mariners and over. Takia on the Mariners. All right. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it, Butterscotch. And we're in Boston, so watch out. And these two teams that produce some overs, obviously. But the steam came in on the under in this game, make no mistake. The widely reported steam, anyway. All right, Mindy, who was taking the New York Mets yesterday against the mighty Rays? Well, they were drowning in their defeat yesterday. The Mets were a big favorite, and I saw plenty of handicappers were on the Rays, to be fair. I think they were not swayed maybe by the public and Verlander, and once it got away from JV, it certainly got away quickly there. So the Rays just keep going. It doesn't matter at this point, and maybe it doesn't even matter who's pitching, I guess. Fleming's definitely been a part of this situation, so it's not like they were just a little bit late, I think, in announcing him here. But right now in this one, here are the Mets, favorite again, minus $1.20 or so, and the total 8.5 over minus 120.
Yeah, this is a spot I think I'm going to take the Mets here today. I got Senga, 1.59 ERA at home. Fleming, on the other hand, hasn't pitched great here for the Rays, 5.4 ERA. That Rays lineup, though, they're still, they're scary, right? I mean, they're a scary team to face. But I think today's the day for the Mets to steal one away from the Rays here.
All right, Mindy, going here on the Mets. And I almost want to agree with Mindy. I'm just scared.
I know what you mean.
I don't like the Mets. I mean, I don't like the Rays necessarily in this game. And even though I kind of have, I do have the Mets. I guess I can't really go away from this. I'm going to take the Mets with you, Mindy. All right, I'll do it. Well, I like the Mets in this game. I guess I'm trying to say I don't necessarily dislike the Rays here, but man, they've just been so good. Now Fleming's just made, one start. Kodai Senga, I don't know if you've got him down as living up to expectations at this point, or just.
I think so. I mean, I think he's doing well. I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't complain if he was on my pitching staff. That's for sure.
The Mets, we know that it's been just garbage late, hot garbage of late with these Mets. But we're taking all these together. I'm gonna take them with you. And Luis is on the Rays, and James Edward has them as a lock. Takia says Mets. I mean, these guys are like the Padres East. Butterscotch, Tampa Bay money line. Bionic says, sure, I'll take the Mets. Butterscotch has this one as a goalie siren play. FKD is here today again. Thank you. And Jimmy Carson. Hello to Jimmy. Maybe we've met. I'm not sure. Is Jimmy new to the chat? He knows what's going on here. He's taking the Rays. Going against us, but no big deal. We're just happy to have Jimmy commenting. Just not sure if I've seen Jimmy here. If not, welcome. Great to have you. I don't know. It feels like Jimmy's been here commented before. Let me know, Jimmy. Good to have you. Great to have you. All right, split in the chat. I'm taking the Mets with Mindy. I'm glad she's on them because it's scary going against the Rays, right?
It is. I mean, that lineup is so good, right? But
And the Mets, we know they're having big time issues here, but I do like them in this spot. All right. The Brewers and the Cardinals will continue the beer series that Mindy and I talked about.
right.
Corbin Burns going to be, of course, a favorite here, but man, he's down to like $1.15 now. Sounds like there's been some action here on these cards. They were a little bit late to announce their starter. It will be Liberatore. Mindy Liberatore has been very, very hot in the minor leagues. Fans have been calling for his call up, especially with the Cardinals' disastrous start. He actually was up a little bit earlier, but he's going to start in this one. They finally got him in there. And going up, though, against, got to work it out for him going up against Corbin Burns.
Right. I mean, I don't know too much about him, right? Other than what you had said. I mean, it's a little bit different in the minors than it is coming up to the majors. But you also have Corbin Burns that you're running into. And, it's he has that 30% K rate versus this Cardinals team, a low slugging percentage as well. He only allows a 218 batting average. I'm going to go ahead and look to the under in this one. I mean, even though there's a little bit of unknown here with, Matthew on the mound, but I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here.
All right, Mindy on the under here with the Brewers and the Cardinals. The steam came in on the under, and I'm going to go with the Cardinals today here in this one. I'll take them to maybe knock off Burns here today with Liberatore. He's been hot in the minor leagues. The fans have wanted him up. Looks like what it is Wainwright not quite ready to go. And so they've had to shift things a little bit, bring Liberatore up to get us either a spot start. I would imagine he's been so good. If he does have a strong outing, I would imagine that he could indeed stay up here. I did have a premium yesterday involving the Brewers, so I think I have a good feel on the series right now. I'll take the Cardinals here in this one. Mindy is on the under. I know, Mindy, you were getting – I don't know if you were, but you might have been getting frustrated with me not going with very many picks. We're making up for it today. This one, we're not on the same one, but you can almost feel it the other, like every time I'd be. And of course, I was saving some. You saw there were every day was 1, 2, even one day we had 3 where I was on the same side, but was kind of saving something for a premium.
Of course.
Cardinals for sure for Bionic. Takia on the Cardinals. James Edward on the Brewers, Butterscotch on the Brewers, and this is a new name to me. I want to welcome Stephen Kahn to Team Steam. I don't believe we've seen a comment before from Stephen. Tell me if we have. Feels like we're just meeting, so we're glad to have you here. Stephen will represent our new viewers here, if there are any today. Welcome to Stephen. He's on the Brewers. I'm on the Cards, but don't tune us out just because of that, Stephen. I'm sure we'll be on plenty of plays together.
The Wrath of Khan. The Wrath of Khan.
I think by the time I got done with all these, Mindy, I'm going to say they actually end up favoring the Brewers here in the chat. So myself and Takia and Bionic are kind of together on the Cards in this one. And obviously it's closely rated. So
sure. I like the Cardinals for what that's worth.
Here's the Braves and the Rangers in this one, and this is an underrated. No, it's a good pitching match. Let's just call it what it is. It's a good pitching matchup because we know Spencer Strider, can be pretty terrific, and Nathan Eovaldi been pretty good, pretty decent. His metrics are probably even better than his numbers. So in this one, though, the Braves still going to be a big favorite, but man, we're talking about 2 very good teams here so far. this is one of the better games today.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, right? I mean, Valde, he's been, having a great run here as of late. But I kind of feel like this one comes to an end here today. I think the Braves are going to go ahead and get him. I know that Texas offense can kind of explode at any moment, but I think they come up against Strider, who can actually, kind of keep them in check. Strider is only allowed a .154 batting average here versus the Rangers. So I think this one here, I think the Braves get them today. Taking them on the money line here.
All right, Mindy takes the Braves with Strider here, buck. Wow, man, it's almost to a buck. Yeah, it is a $1.55 or a $1.60 for sure now in this one. Let's see what the chat has to say here. See that total? What is it? 7.5, almost 7.5 flat.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat has to say before I make my call here. And all right, here we go. Doubles has a little prop, it looks like, for us. And Luis says he likes the Braves on the run line here today. What's that price? Plus a $1.10, maybe? And James Edwards says he's going against the Braves. Could I be on the same side as James Edward? I'm not agreeing with. I'm not on Atlanta with Mindy. I'm probably going to come in with the total here. Michael Thompson says he likes Atlanta on the money line. Here's Bionic. Rangers. Verley on Atlanta. So you can see this one, I don't think. Gary, he's behind us. He's making, makes me laugh, though. Fernando Braves and over. Butterscotch on Texas. Jimmy Carson on Braves. This is a toss-up, according to the chat. Shannon Moore here today has got a nerfy maybe in this game, unless Shannon just says morning all nerfy when he wakes up. And Takia says maybe the over in this one. That's what I'm going to do, Mindy. Not a great feel for this one, but certainly you have the look. Strider's good. Eovaldi's been good. Still, the total 7.5. Talk about, the totals being even, pretty much even now, Mindy. The over's still slightly ahead for the season, but nothing like the beginning of the season. But how many times, compared to years past before the rule changes and all that, 7.5, this is about as low as it gets now. You got to have really two super aces right now this season to even get to a 7, right? We don't see no 6.5, so we're definitely, dozens of 6.5s last year when you get some of those top pitching matchups, but no longer. So this is about as low as it goes, and you do have two of the top 5 offenses. I do think the Braves maybe have the advantage offensively here against Eovaldi, but just because I've got them as the number 2 offense, I've got the Rangers as number 5 offense right now, so I'll take over. Yeah, and JD says it too, right? Look, the pitching, it's a good pitching matchup, but this is the lowest the total can get, in my, sure, there can be 7s out there. In fact, this one, just out of the few books that are juicing it a little bit, they're juicing it to the over. So I'll take the over in this one. Mindy's on the Braves. Hey, can't agree on them all.
Braves. Well, we could, but we don't always.
Couple more will be done here, Cardinals, Guardians here, and poor Peyton Battenfield. How'd you like to be a young pitcher on a new team, get your chance in the major leagues, and every time you go out there, the team loses? That's a bummer. He's going to go up against Clevenger, who's been okay so far this year. White Sox, going to be a favorite here. I'm really bummed, Mindy. I ended up, in pocket. I know everybody hates that term, I'll tell you now what I was on after it was over, but I was in pocket with the White Sox. I actually wanted to play them as a premium, and I didn't think my subscribers would buy it. I gave them out. Kind of funny, though, that, in that game with the White Sox is doing well in the game yesterday against Bieber, and they had Lance Lynn, who we know kind of struggled, but did kind of gain some footing, and the White Sox surprised them a bit. So here you go, Battenfield and Clevenger. Clevenger $1.25 up to $1.25 now. Total 9 under 20.
All right. Well, I mean, at least Battenfield has never, faced, this White Sox team yet. So, I mean, I think there's hope for him here today. I'm going to go with the Guardians in this one today. I know, he has the 4.5 ERA there. But this Guardian team, they do have the better bullpen here as well. I think if Battenfield can give them a decent outing, I think they'll be okay. I'm going to go Guardians here today.
All right, Mindy, on the Guardians here with Peyton Battenfield in this one. I'm a little torn here on the side. Need further investigation from me here. I'm seeing some late action coming in kind of both ways that maybe has me. I was leaning, and I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let Mindy Hahne sway me just because we're agreeing on all these games. I actually may end up on the Guardians later, one way or another. Probably not a premium. I don't think I want to get involved in a premium right now, the way these two teams are. Funny, though, the White Sox mentioned it, showed the screen there, Mindy, $1.15 and now $1.25. And here's a White Sox team that's barely playing, $3.50 baseball, and the money's coming in on them like they are, easily the favored team here. They are the favored team, but again, they're going up against the Cleveland team. 19-22, not where you want to be if you're the Guardians, but the White Sox were one of the teams that started very, very poorly, obviously. I'll be on the under in this one with these two. Like you said, Clevenger been okay. Battenfield got some things to work out, but I'll take the under with 9 runs here, juice to the under. Mindy is on those Guardians. All right.
Tricky Guardian.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get the chat. I don't mean to leave my the stars of the show out here.
I was going to say, it looks like a lot of White Sox to me. Really? She might be okay.
There. Interesting. Freaky Tweaky here today. And Takia Cleveland. And run support. Well, and how run support to me is 2 ways to look at it, right? A lot of times when you have a very good pitcher not getting run support, these managers know what they're doing. Now it's hard sometimes to plan your pitching, but it is ironic that a lot of times you have aces going up against aces in a way, or good pitchers going up against good pitchers. They look ahead, they know a little bit. You're never going to jerk around with your rotation too much just to put a guy in against another guy. It's usually happenstance, but run support, it's random, kind of, right? Especially, okay, James Edward on the White Sox here, money line. FKD says Sox. So there's plenty of Sox support, Mindy. Here's Butterscotch on the White Sox.
Yeah, that's what I said. I saw almost all White Sox coming in there.
Wow. Howard Hogan here today. Takia on the under with me. Bionic on Cleveland. All right, one more to get to, and we got a show in the books.
All right.
It's going to be the Cubs and the Astros. Well, I had the Astros as a premium yesterday as one of my 5-0 plays. Yeah, I had to lay some juice, and I, laid some juice to my detriment. Some in the major leagues here of late. But we're getting our feet back, getting going. Here's Smiley, who's been, we know he's terrific at home. He's one of the most profitable pitchers in the league right now, for sure. But he's a dog here. Showing the Astros minus $1.55, 8.5 over minus 125. Now all of a sudden, this total is kind of shooting up.
Well, I'm gonna lay the juice here. I really like the Astros here in this spot. I mean, they've really just hit Smiley in the past. I have like a 500 batting average against them here too.
What?
And it's one of those that the bullpen for the Cubs have just been like overused. And then they're also not doing well. 4.65 ERA over their last, 40 innings in the bullpen. So I think the Astros get the win here today.
All right. I'll go with you here in this one as well. I'll take him. Yeah, maybe Smiley. Maybe he's Wrigley centric, if you will.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
France. So far, I thought one good one okay, but let's take him here with the Astros. I have some concerns with the Cubs. Smiley could have some split advantages here against Houston today, and the price doesn't feel real comfortable. But my numbers are saying that it's not. There's more saying that it's not a good spot, kind of like what you were saying with the Astros against Smiley, and that's what I'm more going against the Cubs in this one than I am going with Houston.
Right.
If that is any way to describe a handicap, I just did it. So
yep.
Let's see.
I know what you mean.
Doubles with a little prop. Butterscotch says he likes the under here. The steam came in on the under. I'm not totally sure yet, but Luis is on the Astros. James Edwards says Cubs, lock it. Shannon Moore says Cubs. Plenty of support here for the Cubs. Luis on the run line with the Astros. Takia on the Astros. Bionic on the Astros. Michael Thompson says take the over. All right. Good show. Good picks. Wow, we're going to be in action today. Take a day off, Mindy, and this is what you get.
You're right.
We're going to be drinking champagne, or we're going to be drinking moonshine. I don't know at the end of this one today, because we're going to be hot in action before we even get to the basketball game. We'll be sweating along.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab, where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.